Good morning. I am Eglys Gonzales from Lucanet and Padvocates, and I'm going to present to you today a new project in which we are being involved. It's the SafePolyMed, improving safety in polymedication by managing drug-drug gene interactions. This is a project part of the Horizon funding program. It's a long time project of 42 months, and it started just during this year. It's a very international project within Europe. Our coordinators are located in Germany from Saarland University. We have from many other countries clinical partners that will be supporting the project. As patient organization is us, Lucanet, led by Jan Geisler. We have a group of experts in artificial intelligence and machine learning, and also in health information system, working for some of the work packages. And our great group of project management that helps us a lot in the coordination part. So this project raises because of the current situation in polymedication. And there is a very high number, about 200,000 deaths related to adverse drug reactions. The most affected people for these type of reactions are the elderly population, because they usually take more than 5 drugs at the same time. And of course, on an economic point of view, a very big amount of money is spent in healthcare related to response or hospitalizations or management of patients that come because of these adverse drug reactions. So we have more than 60 and 65% of these reactions that are actually related to drug-gene interactions and drug-drug interactions. So these two components are the basis of this project. Drug-drug interactions is not the only issue, and drug-drug interaction has been a little bit more studied and more considered in the last years, but drug-gene interactions have gained some inputs and information, and a lot has been known in the last years. And one of the problems is, for example, here's an example in a way when one drug is given with another one or with 2 other ones, the metabolization of drug number 1 is very, very affected, and this can transform into a very complex reaction in the patient, also leading then to death of patients. So this is the main core for this project. That's why we call it then drug-drug gene interaction in a complete way. So with this project, we expect that there is a high number of drug reactions, adverse drug reactions that are preventable, and we expect to reduce that number. And also, because of this reaction, there is a poor adherence of patients into their therapies, which is understandable. And we would expect then to increase adherence when we kind of help control this type of reactions when people are getting more than one drug. And of course, any economic improvement that we can make will be also helpful for our healthcare system in Europe. So an overview of the project. We will be having, from real-world data, a prediction of risk for each patient. We will be developing a patient-reported outcome based on safety and not disease related. We will have a dose precision model, and all this will be loaded into a medication management center that will be available for patients and clinicians. By the end of the project, we will be performing a clinical case study in which all these tools will be then validated. So, as main objectives of this complete project, we would like to increase the patient safety and equip healthcare providers with innovative tools that help them efficiently manage polymedicated patients. We want to increase the citizen participation and resilience in healthcare, empower citizens to proactively manage their own healthcare and be aware of their own conditions and situation, to support the development and uptake of innovative healthcare system in Europe, to increase the patient safety towards a personalized treatment plan. So in a more detailed way, I will explain. So we will be generating an evidence-based risk score model, which is part of work package 1. We will be using 3 biobanks that are available for us. And then using machine learning, we will be generating this score model that can help us identify these high risk or low risk individuals. Then for the patient reported outcome is part of work package 2, but work package 2 is not just about the PRO development. We actually empowered patients, generating some trainings that are actually not only directed to the patients, but to the clinicians too. So developing then the PRO and increasing the participative actions to improve then the quality and safety of the patient management. So these tools generated here, PRO, the trainings, and will be loaded in the medication management center. And to do this, we need the generation of a patient engagement hub. That is what it is. It's just a group of patient organizations that have the experience, the knowledge, the capacity to provide the patient point of view, to express the patient needs, and whether all these tools that we will generate and do adapt to the citizens and to the patients that really need these tools. So this patient engagement hub or these patient organizations will be helping us contributing to the development of the training courses, the PRO, and also a constant feedback on the medication management center, making sure that everything is patient-centered and that is understandable and that it's actually covering the needs of the patients in these topics. So then we have the precision dosing model that will be then performed by work package 4. And in these cases, by modeling, we will be identifying any kind of dose adjustment that may be necessary considering the patient's own genes and patient's own condition and any, of course, drug-drug interaction that can be identified. So this will give us also a model of system kind of an alarm whether there is a risk related to this specific patient. So everything that I just mentioned will be then loaded in the management center, and that is work package 3. So we have the risk score or the risk model, we have the dosing model, and we have then the PROs that will be available in this management center. And it will be managed by patients and clinicians in order to increase the communication between these two. So then we have our clinical case study, which is called EmpaSafe. It's empowering patients to improve safety in polymedication, and that is part of work package 5. We will be having 4 locations, collecting then patients, and all the tools that are going to be developed during this project are going to be validated in this small study. So we will be seeing whether we have the ability to identify any drug-drug gene interaction and whether that has any effect in the adverse drug reactions. And of course, a calculation of an economic consequence. So in a more general way, we have all these 5 work packages, like I said. So the risk score, PRO, and those model will be loaded in the management center, and all of these will be then validated in the clinical case. Then above us, we have our project management group, which coordinates the whole project and makes sure that everything is done adequately and in time, which is very important. And then we have also for the communication and dissemination, work package 7, a group of people that are in charge of generating all these materials and showing that we have visibility and increasing then the impact of the project within the population. So in general, the key results from the project will be in 2 phases, like supporting the citizens to manage their own healthcare. So we will have the training courses. That is actually a tool that is meant to be used even when the project has ended. The Medication Management Center also in a sustainability program, the idea is that it can be used further. And the Patient Engagement Hub is our very big base of experience and information, helping that this project is really directed in a patient-centered way. And on another level, also trying to give some tools to the healthcare professionals that can help them manage more efficiently polymedicated patients. So we will have this risk score model, the PRO, and the dose precision model. So that is more or less the results of expected results of this project in a nutshell. Currently, the project basically just started, like I said, in June. We already had our first face-to-face meeting by the end of November. And it was a very fruitful meeting where we got the opportunity to meet and learn from all of the professionals that are actually contributing to this project. And well, there is still a long way to go with this. And I would like to invite you to visit our webpage, where you can find probably a little bit more extended information than what I just gave you. And thank you very much for your attention. I'm sorry I couldn't be there live, but if you have any question, any comment, any suggestion, I'm happy then to answer any of them and to just contact me for that. Thank you very much.